What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, it's time to catch up on some Black Series news.
Absolutely. We were out of town.
That's right.
Zip-lining in the caves. Yes, so a lot of things have happened because we didn't get to stream this previous Sunday. And we probably won't be streaming this upcoming Sunday either because we might be going to a certain horror convention down in Indy.
True. We might just be missing Sundays.
Yeah, so we got to catch up on some news.
Yeah, that's right. In typical Figure It Out fashion, the day after we recorded, the morning of, we got new Black Series announcements. So we're going to jump into it, but don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. So the first little tidbit of catch-up news here, we're reinforcing a stereotype, Justin, and that's the Stranger helmet from the hit Star Wars television series, The Acolyte.
Yep, we always complain about how they consider these Black Series items, but then every time one is revealed, I'm like, well, it has Black Series in the name, so I might as well cover it. This one is $99.99. I like the trend of not doing the $131 that some of them are.
Right.
I do like that this one is $99.99. It is the Stranger from the Acolyte series. The pre-order went up on Thursday, and there's a little bit of drama, a little bit of misconception involved with the color of this helmet, Nate, and it kind of opens up a larger question about accuracy to what we see on screen versus accuracy of the prop that they use to film the media. Because everyone's instant reaction was, the Stranger's helmet is black. Why is this like a copper penny, like copperish color?
Right.
However, out of the basement, we always do our research. I mean, we watched the show too.
Right.
So we got to see. It is relatively accurate to the prop, and there are some shots where it's well lit. And you can tell that it's not black. So I have a few screenshots here that you can look at. Basically what it is, guys, is the Stranger is featured in a predominantly nighttime scene.
Yeah.
So it just makes it look way darker than it really is.
Right. And of course, when they're making the show, you know, there's like color grading, lighting, all sorts of stuff that can affect the end result of how we see the helmet. Kind of like, you know, the Han Solo blue or brown jacket, depending on which version of Empire Strikes Back you're watching.
When I was growing up, it was blue.
Yep. I always thought it was blue.
But the real prop is brown. So if you thought it was blue like me, you are objectively wrong.
Yeah. But, you know,
I'm right there with you, though.
It's because of the color grading that it appears as either, you know, a blue or
and there's
or
always
a brown
been weird
jacket.
color things, like certain hues of certain colors. The dress, Nate, was it white and gold or was it black and blue?
Man, I don't know. Never knew that one.
The sculpt itself, well, actually, it's a CGI render.
Yeah.
The entire thing. None of it is physical. It does look kind of goofy with the eye slits.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's one thing to, like, minorly nitpick about this helmet, not that either of us are picking it up.
Right.
But it is, like, you know, you could tell the eyes are slit a little bit more than they are from the actual prop. So, obviously, you could see out of it, because I'm sure the actual prop probably very difficult to see out of.
And that's where I'm going with, like, is this supposed to be a toy? Or is this supposed to be a prop replica? Because for Black Series and like what Hasbro is going for with these really expensive items, I would prefer on-screen accuracy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over, you know, making it a toy, like a functional toy. Like, I can put on the Stranger's helmet and see out of it. I guess there's like cosplayer element to it, but
yeah. Well, you know, it's hard to say because they do refer to them as role-play items sometimes.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It's like, but they use both terms. It's also just another one of those things that, you know, Hasbro just likes to confuse. Turn the orb of confusion on.
Yeah. I totally get the color controversy because when I first saw it, I was like, man, that's the completely wrong color.
Yeah.
I still kind of agree with that because I'd rather have it look like how we see it in the show. The Haunted.
Live. While filming.
How does this even happen? What is it?
I think it's got to be the strap on the inside. Ay, caramba.
Piercing Bullet 7, thank you so much for the helmet, but a little bit of inside baseball, it is our nightmare every week, readjusting this thing to make it perfectly line up. But we thank you all the same. We do love it.
Let's move on, Justin, to some actual figure news here. And we got another Army Builder set finally fully revealed. This was pipelined originally some months ago. And this is the Rebel Fleet Trooper and Stormtrooper 2-pack.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a 2020 Stormtrooper. And unfortunately, the same old Rebel Fleet Trooper.
Yeah, it was the worst possible scenario release. When we heard of a Stormtrooper and the Rebel Fleet Trooper, obviously we were all hoping for a different head on the Rebel Fleet Trooper, and of course a holster on the Stormtrooper. I feel like since they're specifically marketing it, as an OT set,
right?
Do that. And then also, not as much talked about, but I want the OT E11 back, which is basically like the flashlight attachment off, a couple other things. And I do kind of miss the regular E11, so the OT E11, the holster, and a different head on the Rebel Fleet Trooper. That was like my main hopes. And unfortunately, now it's a complete pass.
Yep. Even I will be passing on this set. It's kind of unfortunate because honestly, the Rebel Fleet Trooper's not really an army builder. He's like a specific guy in the movie.
And these are, of course, straight up 100% repacks. That's what these are. These are straight up repacks. So it is that same exact Rebel Fleet Trooper, which is like the older gentleman seen in a static shot in that opening sequence. There are so many other actors. They pipelined a different guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, so does this mean that when they pipeline something and they use an image, that it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that specific? So maybe Ahsoka the White is actually going to have her cloak.
True. And I also think the Magna Guard image ended up being different.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Fact check us in the comments down below. You are absolutely correct, though. This is straight up kind of not an army builder pack because I have... How many do I have? 3 of those Rebel Fleet Troopers because we found them at Ollie's. Yep. And we should have cleared out the entire rack, but we each got like 2 or 3 each. So I think I have 3 total. And it is kind of jarring that they all have the same face. I mean, it's a human figure. You're going to have that. That was before the Hoth Rebel Soldier and the Endor Rebel Soldier. So it would have just been a great trend since we had the Hoth and the Endor to get a different Rebel Fleet Trooper. I get that not everyone was collecting when that original Fleet Trooper was released. So like maybe you can make the argument that, oh, this is for new collectors. But they could have did a different head and it would have been for old and new collectors. Right. Like a new collector who didn't have a Fleet Trooper and an old collector who already has a bunch of the same face.
Exactly. And the Rebel Fleet Trooper is a great figure. It was, I believe, the first figure with butterfly joints.
It was very early, yeah.
If not, it was one of the very first. So the body still holds up to this day. So I was just hoping for that just little bit of new tooling just for the head. Give us a new head that could maybe swap face plates. And you put the helmet on and you could hide the seam for the hair.
We didn't even need the single jointed legs. Yeah. Because this does have pinned double jointed legs. I'm fine with that, honestly. His ability to kneel and look down the sights of the blaster, it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Black Series banger. But ultimately, it's a pass, and that kind of sucks because I was looking forward to how they would tackle this set.
I'm right there with you, Justin. I am passing on this set, and that's a bummer because I was looking to have a different Rebel Fleet Trooper.
But you know what we're not passing on, Nate?
Oh, Doctor.
They revealed something, I think it was IGN leak or something. I got a little half picture from Yak Face. I was like, what's going on here? But, of course, they did the full reveal of Darth Maul and Sith Speeder, a.k.a. the Bloodfin.
We are so back, Justin. Vehicles
pure hype
are back. We have been begging for another opportunity to get a small scale vehicle in the line, and here we are.
And it's the first prequel vehicle in the Black Series, Nate. It's a historic moment. This truly is the year of the prequel. And before I forget, I have it in my head right now. This set comes with the brand newly sculpted Maul.
Yep.
And this will be the first time this specific Maul is available, and it does have the 25th anniversary logo on it.
Whoa.
The theory lives, I'm just saying.
The theory is alive and well. Also has soft goods skirt piece, which is not featured on the 3-pack version or the standard release.
Yeah. Well, the standard hasn't been revealed, but it most likely will be the one from the 3-pack.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Cannot wait to get a newly sculpted Maul. It's one of the few instances in the entire Black Series where they have completely redone a character from, just a completely new sculpt, not counting like clones or stormtroopers and stuff like that. So I love that. It's a 2013 figure that desperately needed to be redone. The probe droid, very, very cool. World building, love it. Binocs, love it. Lightsaber, love it. Bloodfin, Nate.
The Bloodfin. I was so hyped. I didn't think this was real at first. That's how I was just like, no.
That's how you know you got something special on your hands.
I was like, no. That's just some, that's some fake thing someone made.
Black Series concepts.
Yeah, exactly. But actually seeing the Bloodfin, it looks awesome. Newly sculpted. This is in a color scheme, and the package in general is an homage to the original 12-inch figure from back in the day, which is why the Bloodfin is like tan and brown, when in the movie it's more of like a silver, dark, maybe a blackish kind of color.
Yeah, I mocked up some comparison shots for the sake of editing this video. So here is a shot of the packaging and the color scheme of the speeder. Like, clearly one of those, I don't want to call it like a gimmick, but like con exclusives commonly do that. And then here's a shot of how the speeder looks in the film. So if you're upset that it's the wrong color scheme, well, it is one of those con exclusive things where they're like paying homage to the original.
Yeah.
And we kind of theorize that this will get another release that has the Phantom Menace film accurate color scheme.
Right. Just simply because, like you said, it's such an homage, not only the color of the speeder, but the packaging, the way Maul is put into the box. It is like 100% without a doubt. It's paying homage to that original figure, which is really cool. Awesome. Maximum nostalgia for people like us who were kids for the Phantom Menace.
Of course.
But yeah, I just don't think that at this point in the game, Hasbro would lock this vehicle behind an SDCC exclusive set, especially something that's going to have like a low print run. So you have to imagine.
Right, like such a severely limited, quantity of these would be made since it's SDCC. And I just feel like it'd be a perfect way to differentiate it. Like, oh, that's the con exclusive. It's like the neat little homage to the late 90s one. And then the mainline one just be the real version that everyone can just get.
Right.
So it is SDCC exclusive. It is $59.99, which, in my opinion, like, what a deal. I love that price. A figure alone is $25.
Add in a vehicle and a couple accessories too.
Yeah, $35 for the Bloodfin and the accessories and the soft goods additions. I'm down.
Yep. Yeah, this one is a no-brainer, and I'm feeling pretty good about our chances of getting it. Maybe the Darth Maul hype might cause this to be a little difficult to grab, but...
True. I've seen a lot of, like, of course this would be a con exclusive, but let's take a breather for a moment. Con exclusives, and generally speaking, I know everyone has jobs and work and all that. I mean, us too.
Right.
But generally speaking, con exclusives have not been that hard to get since, like, Blue Line.
Right. That's kind of what I was getting at. Is like, I feel like the last truly difficult exclusive to get was maybe, like, the Thrawn set, the SDCC Thrawn set.
Yeah.
And even that was, like, that was post Blue Line.
Yeah, and now we have Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, I feel like our chances of getting this are better than they've ever been. You just kind of have to be on the ball with it. Maybe if they do the whole Pulse Premium first, find a friend or someone that you know that has Pulse Premium.
Yeah.
And, hey, can you just get a couple extras for 2 people that don't have Pulse Premium?
They've done like the code thing before, but what I read in the article was it's actually going to be there for purchasing.
Wow.
But you can't just go up to the Hasbro booth to buy it. You have to go get a time slot.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those things.
Oof.
So I guess if you're going to the con, try and buy one for sure. But for everyone else, it will be on Hasbro Pulse. It will be a limited quantity. But the chances are higher now than like back in the blue line, like the Jabba and the Boba Fett and all that.
And also, again, Justin and I just firmly believe this is not the last time we're going to be seeing the blood fin. So
I mean, it's a repaint.
Right.
This is Hasbro.
It just seems so obvious.
I mean, why would you waste so much money like casting the mold?
Yeah,
like making the mold and like going through all that trouble.
If the molds are truly as expensive as we are, made to believe, then there's not a doubt in my mind that we're going to see a more movie accurate colored version of this. Maybe it'll be some Target exclusive deluxe set.
It would almost be stupid not to.
Right.
Because I would probably rather have the more accurate look.
I absolutely would as well. I would much more favor like accuracy to the movie over than homage to another toy. But still, for this specifically, this is like nostalgia aimed at us directly.
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, I need both because I like the homage, and I also would like to, have Maul on the blood fin on the shelf, and then I would probably put this one back in the box, and then display it full package.
Yeah. I'm still going to go out of my way to try and get this one.
For sure.
And if they release a standard one later down the line, I'll sell it. And at that point, it'll be a con exclusive. Maybe it would have accrued a little bit of value. Who knows? Maybe I'll put my kids through college.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm going to pick this up. I will pick it up.
Yep.
I am going to get this one.
This is a no-brainer. This is a not skip. I need this in my collection. I need it on the shelf. It feels so good to just finally get another new vehicle.
Yeah, and I know people are going to say, like, that's not a vehicle. It's like a tiny little speeder, but hey, listen, at this point, I'll take what I can get. Hasbro, do the stat next. If this one sells well, and you're like, oh, there's a huge demand for little prequel vehicles and world building, do the stat next.
The stat is so small. It's so small.
At the end of the day, I just really hope this is a good sign for things to come.
Yes.
It's been the year of the prequels, and I'm here supporting these releases all day, every day.
And so that is all we have for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. And of course, if you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out. There are links in the description down below. Also, be sure while you're down there to join the Discord. That one's free, and it's a great way to get connected with our community. And no worries if you can't support us directly. Simply watching, liking, leaving a comment. Comment wine gums today if you've made it to this point in the video. That way we know. It'll be our little secret. And who doesn't like having a little secret? Of course, Justin, we do have to give a huge shout out to all of our current channel members, though. Your continued support is truly appreciated. And thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.